Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing you 61 Linux commands that I use every single day that I think you should know. So the first one is going to be pwd. This just prints your current working directory. The next one is ls, which lists your files and directories in the current directory you're in. The next one is lsl, which lists the same files but with additional details. The next one is lsa, which lists files including hidden ones, so you can see that it has a dot here that says secret stuff. The next one here is cd, which changes your directory. So we're just going to do two dots, which changes it to desktop, and then I can do cd YouTube, which puts me back into my YouTube folder. I can make a directory with mkdir, and I'm going to name this subscribe. And then I can remove a directory by doing rmdir subscribe. You can see that directory is not there anymore. I can also rmdir subscribe to BertSec, and that also isn't there anymore. The next one is rm and then a file name, which removes a file. So I'm going to do secret stuff. So my secret stuff file is not there anymore. The next one is cp, which copies a file. So let's say my normal stuff I want to make a copy of, a backup of. I'm just going to cp that file and then do backup text. And now you can see that I have a backup text of my normal stuff file. The next one here is move. So let's make a directory. And then let's move with mv, my backup, to my move folder. So now you can see my backup is no longer here, it's in my move folder. So if I cd to my move folder and list, you can see my backup there. I do cd two dots, I can get back to my YouTube directory. The next one here is going to be touch. So this one creates a file. So touch testing.txt, and you can see that creates a file. Cat, that lists the contents of a file. So you can see here it lists all the contents of my normal stuff file. Less allows scrolling through files. So if I go to normal stuff, I can see my file here, and if I press enter, I can go through the file. If I press Q, I can quit out of that. More displays a file page by page, so you can see the percentage of how much you viewed so far. So you press enter, you'll get through that. The next command here is head, which displays 10 lines of a file. So if I do head normal stuff, I'll get the first 10 lines of that file. If I do tail, I'll get the last 10 lines of that file. If I do tail F, I'll get the last 10 lines, but in real time. So if anything updates here, for example, if you're looking at a log file or something like that, this will update and show you that. So for example, if I do tailf var log syslog, and you look at my system log here, and I open up, I close Firefox there, you can see in the syslog it doing stuff. If I open up Firefox, you can see it's also doing more stuff here. And then you can just cancel this by doing Control-C. So the next one here is echo. So echo just echoes what you put into it. Please subscribe. And then it just prints it onto your terminal here. You can also do echo and then pipe it into a file. So if I put please subscribe into subscribe.txt and cat subscribe.txt, that will be inside of the file now. History shows you a history of your command lines that you've been running inside of your terminal. Clear clears your terminal screen. Find searches for files by a name. So I can find and then put name subscribe.txt, and that'll tell me that subscribe.txt is on my current directory. So if I cd again and do find name subscribe.txt, you'll see it's in YouTube subscribe.txt, and can change my directory back to YouTube. So the next one here is grep. What this one does, it searches for a string inside of a file. So let's say I'm looking for a flag inside of my normal stuff. I can look for the flag there. So I need to put it in all capitals, but either way, that's how you do that. That's how you can search within files. If you want to do a case insensitive search, you can do tac I, lowercase I, and that will do an insensitive search, so it doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. You can also do recursive search, so you can do like test and home, and then you can see it does a recursive search through all the files. The next command here is the man command. This is pretty useful. You can type in man and then a command to learn more about it. So this is the man file for the ls command. So this will tell you the description, all the different things that you can do with ls, and all the different tags and stuff like that. So you can press Q to quit out of that. Next one is who am I, which prints out what your current user is. Next is who lists the logged in users. ID will print your current ID. Groups will print your current groups that you're a part of. If I make a file here, script.sh, I can chmod 775 script.sh, and what that does, it changes the permissions on the file. So 755 is allows the owner of the file to read, write, and execute, while others can only read and execute. I can also change the permissions of a file ownership with CHON OWN, and then what the user is, and then what the file is. And that's how you can change the ownership of a file. PSOX lists your current running services or processes. Top shows you basically kind of like task manager, what's using most of your resources right now. The next one here is kill. So what this does, it kills a PID. So you'll need to know the PID of the process, but once you have that, you can kill and then that PID, and that will kill that process. You can also kill all processes by a name. So for example, Firefox here, I can do kill all Firefox, and you can see my Firefox closed and no Firefox processes are currently running. BG is a command that resumes a job in the background. I don't have any jobs right now, but it resumes a job in the background. And then if you press FG, that can bring a background job to the foreground. You can also list jobs to show all the jobs that you have, but I don't have any jobs running right now. DFH, you can list all your disk space usage. And you can also list show file usage in your current folder. So DUSH YouTube. If I move down one directory here, DUSH YouTube, and it'll show you statistics about that folder itself. So I can CD back to YouTube here to get back to my YouTube file. Next one here is uptime. You can see how long your computer's been up and its average load. You can also do uname a, which lists information about your system. You can do hostname, which will give you the host name of your machine, You can type in env to see your variables, your environmental variables. Next one here is really cool. It's an alias. So if I do ll, which is typically not a real command, or actually, let's make a new command, list files. So list files is not a command. But if I do alias and then list files equals sign, and then put this into some single quotes here, lsla, that will make me an alias for that command, naming it whatever I want. So now if I do list files, I can see all the files here. So basically you can do this if there's a certain command that you can never remember. This might cause issues if you make aliases for stuff for commands that other software uses. So for example, Sublime Text, you can do sub L to open up a file, but if you do an alias also with sub L, it can mess stuff up. So just be careful what you name stuff. The next one here is removing an alias. So you can do unalias here, and I can do list files, unalias ll, and those aliases will be removed. You can do, so let me see, I still have that move there, so I can do tar, which creates an archive, and I can name it backup.tar move, and now I have a backup of my move folder here. I can extract that by doing tar xvf backup, and I can see that extracted here. I can also create a zip by doing zip r and then move, or zip r and then naming it backup dot zip and then move. And you can see I also have a backup dot zip here. I can extract that with unzip backup dot zip, and then it'll ask me if I want to replace all. I'll just do all, and that has unzipped now. You can use wget, which downloads a file from a website. So I can wget, CNN.com, and then it will give me their HTML here, and you can cat index.html1, and here is all the stuff that shows up when you go to CNN.com. You can also do curl, and then the website, which fetches its contents. So curl google.com. You can you get the page contents here. It's not going to work for Google, but you get the point. Ping, everyone should know ping if you're watching this, but you can ping google.com here. You can also trace route google.com. Guess I don't have traceroute installed. I don't use that on this machine, but traceroute shows a network path to a host, and that's what that does. You can also do shutdown now, and that will shut down your computer. You can do reboot, if I can spell reboot, and that will reboot your computer there. And then the last thing you can do that I'm going to show you in this video is netstat, which I also don't have netstat installed, but if you do netstat, you can view your network connections that you have going on right now. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope this was informative for you, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up, give me a comment, let me know. Subscribe to the channel. I'm on my road to try to be a YouTube partner, so need those subs and those watch hours. So I appreciate y'all. You have a beautiful evening. Bye.